I I wish I could make videos more than 15 minutes. You know what? I'm gonna test that after this video. Just gonna make an empty longer video, then upload it to YouTube, see if it works or not. Anyway, to continue on the last video, um, I can't keep lying to myself. I must face the painful as fuck truth that when I when I when I watch YouTube videos about science, I'm not learning. I'm mentally masturbating. I am not investing in my future when I go to college. I am too weak to say no to college because I'm expected to go to college. I'm supposed to go to college. I'm not proactive and assertive enough to choose my own path. I'm too scared of what might happen if I keep asserting what I want into the world, or not assertive, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess asserting what I want in the world. I'm too scared of how the world would react if I do something I think they wouldn't want me to do, and which is what I actually want. Now, I took a huge step by taking this semester off, and it was not easy, but because it was too much pain, I couldn't handle that shit. Like I was just drained out of my mind. I had to do it, and it was kind of not even my choice. I just kind of had to. I didn't even do it because I wanted to. I did it because I had to. I really had no choice. And the problem again is not in college. It's just me. And I need to cut myself a break from myself reacting to college while I'm in college. Anyway, when I let someone in the roads switch lanes, if they're like too close to my car, I'm not being virtuous and nice and kind. I'm being harmless, and I'm unable to assert myself. Because you know the drivers in these roads are trash and they're really piece of shit. They're really aggravating as fuck and infuriating. And so when I'm driving, someone else in front of me, a bit to the side, but like not that far ahead of me, just in front of me, they switch lanes. They're doing it in a dickish way because they're really close that I have to hit the brakes such that they can come into the lane, you know. And so what's happening is I always hit the brakes because I say I'm avoiding an accident, right? Or I'm just being nice. Hey, they're being dicks. Who cares? Let's just let them do what they want, and I'll just move on with my life. I don't really care what they do. That's what I tell myself, but that's just not true. I just like someone is is poking me, and I let them have what they want, and um, I let them have what they want at the cost of what I want. Well, I don't let them, sorry. They take what they want at the cost of what I want. And I do nothing. That's what actually happens. I don't give them what they want, they take it. And I'm just too, I don't know, passive or weak or whatever it is to assert and take my own thing that I do want. Just as they took what they want at the cost of mine, which was actually not a nice thing for them to do. I have the right, and I have the moral high point, moral advantage to take what I want, because they're the ones switching lanes and taking, like they're about to ram into my fucking car. They can't do that, so they are in the wrong. So I objectively am allowed to take what I want. And even if I'm not allowed to, I should still be able to do it anyway. Because I need to be able to harm people. I need to have that ability. That is critical, and it's a prerequisite to being virtuous. You can't be virtuous if you can't not be what is perceived as virtuous. Being virtuous is choosing not to be the opposite. And if I can't be the opposite, then I can't choose not to be the opposite, then I'm not virtuous. I never really was. I mean, I can see it in the pity I used to have from people that I told myself was admiration. It was not admiration. I was never well, maybe I was recently from a couple people, which made me feel so amazing, like I was a success for once. But my whole life, I was never admired. I was never impressive. I was pitied. They see my inability to harm. Now I don't know if they do this on purpose. I don't think they do this on purpose. But they see my inability to harm as a good thing, and they say that's so nice. But the way they say it, like it's not admiration. Admiration is not like that. This is clearly pity. And God, is it painful to realize that? Is it painful to realize that all this time I was being delusional? I was living in my own delusions of virtue and strength and bravery. God damn it, man. But it's good that I realize this. It's much better than not realizing it, no matter what kind of life I used to have. And actually, my life was not that good. But it's very, very important that I realize this and admit it to myself. I carry the pain around, who gives a shit, but as long as it's the truth, that's all that matters. Because if it's not the truth, it'll always be worse than the truth. And no matter how perfect the lies were, they were lies. Not as good as the bad truth. I promise you that. I've never come across a scenario where not believing the truth is good. Never. I've never come across that scenario. Not once in my life. And so that's why I have no need for lies. I mean, I tell you, not need. I have no desire for lies. Much prefer the truth. It's much nicer in every way. Anyway, in order for me to be truly virtuous, in order for me to be truly a leader, to be truly ambitious, to be truly brave and an inspiration to others, I must not be delusional. That is a must. There's no question about it. I must see the truth as it is and share it with others and as they see it as well, if they're not being delusional themselves. I must be able to harm, because I can't lead if I can't, for example, protect my followers, right? Or those who look up to me. And I can't protect them if I can't harm those who are willing to do harm to them, right? Like just basically, that's like a template, but not literally like that. I'm just paraphrasing here. I must be able. No, I must harness the monster in me. I must harness the hunter in me. We are hunters and gatherers, right? We just have nicer technology, but still basically hunters and gatherers. And so I am a hunter. It's in my blood, it's in my DNA, it's in my genes, it's in my ancestors. It's in me, and I must harness that ability. The ability to the ability to look conflict in the eyes and not tremble. The ability to look a cop in the eye, a policeman, and not be scared, even though I did nothing against the law, even though I did nothing wrong. If I did nothing wrong, I should be able to stand there straight, calm, confident, and not shitting my pants or shaking my legs because of my fear, not because of some weird fetish or something. Shaking my legs. Um, and I understand that that's kind of an ideal. It's like it's not really an expectation. It's more like an ideal. I completely understand that, but I I, I need to see the ideal as something to strive towards, rather than something that simply is not possible. Anyway, this has been a long fucking confession, and I hope at least one person watches the whole thing, although I have no expectations of that. But I still don't feel like I confessed, man. I still don't feel like I'm being. I don't know, maybe it's not supposed to feel like that. I don't fucking know. But either way, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I need to keep it in my mind. I need to remind myself. I need to truly believe, like truly wholeheartedly believe, that I'm simply harmless, no more, no less. Okay, I might not exactly be naive, maybe not, I don't really know. Probably yes, but I don't know for sure. But I do know I'm harmless. I do know I am incapable of causing harm to anybody. I'm incapable of it at all. And my god, does that make me feel weak. I guess the only strength in me is this confession, is the ability to confess this. And I believe someone admires this. Someone will find this amazing. Or does, I don't fucking know. Maybe someone I know or already does, but never told me for whatever reason. But I don't know, fuck it. Who gives a shit? Anyway. Yeah, I just need to, okay, I don't need to do jack shit. I want to. I choose to. Just over time, I might not be able to do it so fast. Maybe that's an unreasonable expectation to do it so quickly, but maybe over time I'll learn who I am. I'll learn what I am, what I truly am, not what I lie to myself, not what I tell myself to be, but what I actually am, which is that at this point I'm weak and harmless and scared and weak and harmless, probably naive and scared, lacking courage and bravery, delusional, not realistic, not real, not aligning my perception with objective reality as things truly are, which actually makes no sense, but no tangents right now. I must convince myself that I am addicted to coffee because somehow it gives me psychological relief from the anxieties of facing the world, the everyday life. It's not because I like coffee. I do like coffee, but that's why I like coffee. I believe so. And everything I do is an escape from tackling the true issues. I watch YouTube videos to convince myself I'm making progress. I think to convince myself that I'm tackling real issues long term. I'm facing myself, I'm overcoming myself, because that's what matters, right? Hey, by the way, I got this pen to be balanced. Isn't that cool? Awesome. Anyway, like I'm trying now to think of the true success. No, I have plenty of true successes in life. I'm not gonna go there. I don't need to. But the point is that, God's sakes, I must just fucking do it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. You know what? What? I'm not supposed to know anything, for God's sakes. But yeah. I'm weak. I am inefficient. I'm scared. I'm not courageous or brave. And it is toxic to lie to myself about those things. Very, very toxic. Thank you for watching, and yeah.